Well, good morning and greetings, Business 88 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 3 of our 8-week course in Business and Managerial Communications here at Chaffey College. And this week we're going to be looking at chapters 3 and 4 of our textbook, covering the topics of organizing and drafting business messages, as well as revising business messages. And these two chapters are extremely critical, especially chapter 4 when it comes to business writing and what business documents should look like and how they should read. And this really deals a lot with sentence structure and grammar, as well as how your document looks. And one thing you'll realize with business writing is it's not just how it reads, it's also how it looks. And you want to present documents in a business setting that are very easy to scan, easy to read, that they're not long paragraphs of text, but that you use design elements, or what your book calls document design, to improve readability. And that is things like headings and bullet lists and bold text and italicized text. That should be used throughout a business document to help it become more scannable, because busy business people don't have time to read long paragraphs of text. In fact, they probably won't. So the best thing you can do is to create a document that's very easy for them to scan, and that's very simple and clear to understand, and that's going to get you noticed as a great communicator in the field or realm of writing. And so I did do a video last week on business writing, and I'll point that out to you here in just a moment. No, I didn't do it on business writing yet. I'm going to be doing it next week. But either way, this chapter will deal with that, and then next week I'll be doing a Zoom session on how to do business writing. And then I already have some videos if you want to watch them there from other classes, but I'll do one specifically for this class. And so I'll be letting you know when that's going to happen. It won't be this week, it'll be the following week. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And here we are on the home page in Canvas. And of course, we're in week 3, which means we're in the final week of module 1. And that means that we are completing module 1. That means your discussion post that you've been working on. The do's and don'ts of business presentations will be due, and that's pretty much you creating a list of do's and don'ts, you commenting on other students' list, and then you refining your list sometime this week. So you should be at the point now where you're just refining your list based off what you've read in the book and what you've read of other students' lists. So that's kind of the idea of the discussion post. But here you can see this is week number 2. You had a check-in assignment last week. You had a quiz on the 2 chapters, and you were continuing your discussion post. So I'm going to move the discussion post down to this week, which is week 3. And notice you have an exam this week. So this is your first exam. And so you're going to have a check-in assignment this week with a couple of questions for each chapter. You have PowerPoints if you need to use those. And then you're going to be continuing your discussion post. Again, really finishing it, not continuing it. So I'm going to change that. From continue, I'm going to change it to say complete discussion post. That way you know that has to be done. And I'm going to change the due date to this coming Sunday. And there we go. And so now you know that it's due this Sunday night. And it actually explains all that to you in the assignment itself. But I just wanted to make sure I do that right in front of you so you know that it's due this week at the end of module 1, week 3. And then also you have your exam, as I just mentioned to you. And by the way, the exam does include probably about 10 sentence rewrites. So make sure you study the different sentences, passive sentences, dangling modifiers, bias-free sentences. You're going to be dealing with all those aspects. What is a parallel sentence? So make sure you read those sections in your book. That'll be very helpful in being able to correctly rewrite those sentences, but there's 10 of them in this exam, so just so you know, it's not all multiple choice. But the big assignment is this individual presentation that you started last week. Now, I gave you 2 weeks to do it, and I gave you a clear warning last week to not wait till the last minute. So last week you were supposed to start to think about what are your 4 significant life events, maybe make a scratch list of all the events of your life, and then select 4 that you feel are the most significant. And then you're going to create a PowerPoint presentation on the 4 significant life events. And then you're going to give it as if it were a business presentation by recording yourself giving the presentation in PowerPoint. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Now, you don't have to use PowerPoint. You can use whatever you want, but it's the easiest to use PowerPoint. And I explained all that in the Zoom session I did last week. And so I'll show you where to find that. In fact, if you go to that assignment, I went ahead and posted it right here at the top. So here's the Zoom session I did right here. If you select that, you can watch it. It does say that this is from a different class, but I need to take that out because I just updated that. I also sent it to you in an announcement right after I did it. So if you go to your announcements and you scroll down here to the Zoom session today, and then right here is a recorded Zoom session. It was posted on March 28th. There's also a link to the recorded video right there as well. Definitely watch that because it's going to explain the assignment in more detail if you're not clear what to exactly do. And if you reach out to me and say, hey, what do I do on the assignment? The first thing I'm going to ask you is, did you watch the video? And if you didn't watch it, I'll have you do that first. And then if you still have questions, I will be more than happy to help you. But that's a big assignment. So this week or last week, you were supposed to start it. And that meant to, start figuring out what your 4 events were, building some slides. And then this week, you're going to finalize your slides, finish your slides, and then you're going to record it. And in the assignment instructions, as well as on the video that I did, there is some examples here how to record yourself right here using PowerPoint. So there's a little video there that you can link to, and it will help you to figure out how to link it to, or how to record it in PowerPoint. And it's pretty easy. If you don't have a camera or you have an issue like that, you can still record the audio. If that's the worst case scenario, you'll lose a little bit of points for that. But please let me know. I did say right away that if you couldn't do this assignment for some reason, to let me know right away. And I haven't heard from anybody, so I'm assuming you can all complete it successfully. And I use the same assignment in probably 7 other sections of this class that I teach at other colleges, and it always goes really well. So I'm looking forward to watching your videos and seeing what you guys come up with. So that's going to be your big assignment, and you have till the end of this week to get it recorded and get it uploaded. And that's the end of week 3. So again, the assignment instructions are very detailed. So make sure that you read those, you understand what's required. And I did talk about this last week's video, so that way you knew it was coming. So that'll be moved down here as well. It'll be finish individual presentation. Probably doing this a little soon because usually I do it on Sunday. But I'll go ahead and put complete. And it tells you when it's due and all the rest. So, all right. So that's pretty much it for this week's video. I will be on video again next week explaining what assignments that you should be working on, as well as a little recap on the individual presentation. Hopefully by then they'll all be turned in, and I can tell you how I grade them and what my policy is on grading them. So that's it for week number 3. Have a great week, everybody, and I look forward to